Infidelity is one of the most painful experiences a person can go through in a relationship. When the betrayal comes from the woman, it can be especially devastating given traditional gender norms and expectations. There's a persistent myth that when a woman cheats, it's because she's already checked out of the relationship and is looking for a way to end it. But is this actually true? Let's explore the nuances and realities behind why some women stray. First, it's important to understand that the reasons behind infidelity are multifaceted and complex for both genders. No one factor can fully explain the phenomenon. However, there are some common motivations and situations that can shed light on this issue when it comes to women specifically. Contrary to the prevailing myth, many experts agree that most women don't cheat with the intention of ending their primary relationship. More often than not, the affairs happen situationally or due to unmet emotional and physical needs within the relationship. It's a misguided attempt to have their needs fulfilled without going through the difficulty of ending things first. Let's look at a few key factors that can contribute to a woman's infidelity while still being committed to the relationship. Emotional disconnection. One of the biggest drivers of affairs for women is a lack of emotional intimacy and connection with their partner. When a woman's needs for quality time, affection, vulnerability, and emotional support go unmet over an extended period, she can become susceptible to the attentions of someone else who does make her feel desired, understood, and appreciated in this way. While conventional wisdom may be that men are the ones who stray for physical reasons, the reality is that emotional deprivation is an equally powerful form of intimacy starvation for many women. An affair can feel like an oasis in an emotional desert. However, the betrayal itself often arises not from a desire to leave, but from a desperate attempt to stay emotionally invested while seeking fulfillment elsewhere. Midlife desires and insecurities. There's a reason why many affairs happen during the midlife phase for both genders. This can be an especially turbulent time of insecurity, fear of missing out, and questioning one's life choices. When combined with factors like empty nest syndrome, bodily insecurities from aging, work stress, and more, a married woman can become vulnerable to the ego-boosting attention of an affair partner who makes her feel desirable and seen again. For a woman who still loves her spouse but is struggling with midlife doubts about herself and her decisions, an affair can be an ill-advised way to find temporary reassurance and validation, not a pragmatic attempt to initiate an exit from the marriage. Once again, the betrayal doesn't necessarily signal an intent to leave. It just happened mentality. Many affairs start not from a premeditated plan, but simply due to poor boundaries, close personal or professional proximity to a potential partner, and a gradual blurring of lines. This is what's often referred to as the "it just happened" phenomenon. A woman may find herself in an emotionally intimate friendship or working relationship that slowly progresses over time into an affair without there being a concrete decision point of intending to cheat or leave. The inappropriate closeness can feel innocent and justifiable until it's taken too far. This type of accidental affair may seem ridiculous to someone who hasn't experienced it, but it highlights how infidelity can sometimes truly stem from a series of small, impulsive choices made in the heat of emotional moments, not from any grand scheme to sabotage or abandon the marriage. Desire for novelty. Researchers consistently find that one powerful driver of affairs for women is the desire for novelty, excitement, and to recapture the exhilarating feelings from the early days of a romance. This factor tends to kick in after years of mundane routine have settled into a previously passionate relationship. An affair can provide a thrilling escape and replicating those delicious early emotions of desire, risk, and surrender. For a woman who still loves her partner but craves to feel that spark again, straying can be a misguided effort to want the best of both worlds, marital stability and security paired with exciting romantic novelty. So while it's true that some women cheat as an exit affair because they've already mentally moved on from the relationship, this is far from the only reason nor even the primary one in many cases. More often, a woman's affair stems from attempts to have unmet emotional and psychological needs fulfilled while still hanging onto the relationship she values. This doesn't make the betrayal any less unacceptable, but it does provide some context around common motivations that go beyond just wanting out. An understanding of these nuances is important for anyone going through this painful experience or seeking to heal from it. At the end of the day, the reasons behind infidelity don't change the fact that it's a violation of trust that can be extremely difficult to overcome. However, knowing that a woman's affair may have motivations besides just leaving can help shed light on the struggling intimacy dynamics within the relationship itself. From there, a couple has to decide if those issues can be resolved or if life apart is truly the best path forward. My goal today was to provide some research-backed perspective on this heavy topic in a thorough, nuanced way. I hope I've helped dispel some myths while still acknowledging the gravity of infidelity and betrayal. It's a complex issue with rarely simple root causes, no matter how much we may want easy answers. As always, I encourage anyone watching who is going through this immensely painful situation to make use of professional counseling resources. An objective third party can be invaluable for working through the understandable trauma and making wise decisions for your own well-being. You've got this. I'm rooting for all of you to find the happiness and fulfillment you deserve.